to get started a little bit early because I'm a little bit excited about the news that I have. Bree, I'm so sorry you're still sick, but I understand. I have a sinus infection myself, so it's that time of the year. Okay, I'm going to do an intro real quick, and then I will tell the fun news. So, and I'm going to try my best not to cry on stream, because that would be really bad. So, alright. For those who do not know, I am author Alicia Justice. I am the author of the First to Fight series, which is these beautiful 3 books so far. Oop, that is out of order. Let's try this again. These 3 books so far. I don't look sick? Well, thank you. I'm glad I don't look sick. I feel sick, but okay. Anyway, I am the author of the First to Fight series, like I said. I just released a standalone that goes with this series. It's a connection. It is a Why Choose military romance. These, by the way, are military romance romantic suspense books. But that one is a Why Choose. It's called Say You Will, and it released on the 28th of this month. It is available in ebook over on Amazon and on Kindle Unlimited. Let me see if my little... if this will work. And it don't. Oh, I hate when it does that. Okay, anyway. Like I said, Say You Will is available on Amazon and on Kindle Unlimited. It is a connection series to the First to Fight series. And yeah, I write romantic suspense books. The joys of technology. I know, right? And I just set that one up. It should be working. Ooh. Okay, I have to look it up in a little while and figure out which one it is. Anyway, if you don't follow me, let's see if this one works. Why aren't these working? These are making me mad. Okay, I'm gonna have to go figure out why these are not working. I'll do that in a minute. On our first sprint, I will figure out why the links aren't working. Anyway, my big news. And I'll probably tell everybody when they come in too, if any more people come in. Alright, so these beautiful 3 copies of First to Fight. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. These will be on a shelf in my ultimate favorite bookstore, Barnes & Noble, starting next week on Tuesday or Wednesday. I signed the contract with Barnes & Noble. It is my Barnes & Noble first here in Florida where I'm at. And then we will be getting the second book and the third book on the shelf as well. Very soon as Barnes & Noble sends me the copies. And then I will be trying to get these beauties on the shelves at as many Barnes & Noble as I can. See, the thing with trying to get them in other ones too, it's really hard to do. This took me a year to get them in my Barnes & Noble. You have to actually go to that Barnes & Noble and talk to them. So I will be going to several, but it's going to take some time. Like I said, this one in my Barnes & Noble here took me a year. But yeah, they're going to be on a shelf at a Barnes & Noble. I'm so excited. I seriously started crying. Like, that's like ultimate author dream. To have your book on the shelf at Barnes & Noble. It's crazy though. I will show you something really crazy, Brie. Hang on, let me grab it. Alright. This is an Amazon copy of First to Fight, okay? See it? It's a little bit thick. This is a Barnes & Noble copy. It's not, it's thinner. Isn't that crazy? Wham! Did you hear my news? I don't know if you heard the news. Let me know if you heard my news in the... Brie Wim is reading First to Fight. Yeah, she's reading First to Fight. I love that. She's like, I hate Amanda. You're not the only one that hates Amanda. It's all right. Anyway, Wim, did you hear my good news? I'd be telling everybody. Yes, Amanda is his ex, is Colin's ex. I want to throw her down the stairs. That's the first one I've heard say that before, but I kind of like the idea. Just saying. Okay, you were in an ad. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my good news. I'll probably be saying it like a million times tonight as soon as everybody comes in. Okay, so these 3 beautiful copies of First to Fight, these are my Barnes & Noble copies. These 3 beautiful copies will be on the shelf of Barnes & Noble in my area next week. That is my amazing news that I just found out. It took me a year to get these on the shelf. And then here soon, this one and this one will also be on the shelf. You can right now, you can actually go to your Barnes & Noble and ask them to order these for you. You can get them, but they have to order them and you have to pay for them in advance. I don't know why they do that, but they do. Like, these are actually published by Barnes & Noble. They publish these for me. Oh, thank you so much. You can order them on the website. On the Barnes & Noble website, yes. Oh, look at the little fluffy little dinosaurs. They're so cute. Here soon, you'll also be able to order them on my website because I'm going to do that where you can have them and I'll sign them for you and ship them to you. But I'm working on that too. It takes so much time to get all of it done. Oh, little unicorns. Okay, so tonight is going to be a little bit different. Wim, I'm so glad you're in here. Because, this book is going to be the slow death of me. And I'm only 58% in. And, yeah. Okay. I'll tell you later. Okay, so the rest of the stream, I should get back to what we're actually going to do. I technically typed the end on the project I was working on. My holiday romance for this year is finished. Well, the first draft is. So I don't have anything to write right now, which is crazy. I do have a book to plot, and that might be what I work on tonight. I have my plotting journal ready to work on it. So let me put these over here. I do have my plotting journal ready. And that will be the 4th book in the series. So I might do that. Or I could work on my planner, which I need to do. But what I really, really, really want to do is, it's all Wim's fault. And I know she's on a phone call. But what I really want to do is grab my lovely Kindle. And I really want to read. Can't really see that because it's so bright. But Wim has me reading Fourth Wing. And I'm obsessed. So pretty much the stream is going to be me plotting and working on my planner and probably reading. That is the first book in the series. Oh, Bree, you would love Fourth Wing. Girl, Slow Burn Dragon. Like, oh, Zayden. Oh, I was fanning myself last night, Bree. Like, whoo boy. You can ask Wim. I was telling her, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know why, but like the people that hype books, it always takes me a second too. I don't usually deal with a lot of hype books all the time, but this one is worth the hype. And I'm only, like I said, 58% into it. First chapter had me like hooked. No, it's not just you. I do the same thing. Anyway, that's pretty much what we're going to do tonight. Since I'm not really writing, I will be trying to plot, work on my planner, and possibly get sucked into the book again. So if you see myself going like this, you know I've been reading. Let's just say that. All right, we're going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we're going to get started. That's how I felt about the Hooked book, but I'm still reading and taking my time with because I love it so much. Hooked, are you talking about, I think I know which book you're talking about. Seriously, last night I think I needed somebody to spray water on me. Woo! Bree, you will be, yeah, that's the book I thought you were talking about. Bree, you will be messaging me when you start reading this book going, oh my God, Allie. What did you get me stuck reading? It's all Wim's fault. I blame her. Pure Beck, I gotta get. Oh, hi, Renee. Wim. Seriously. Seriously. I can't stop. I'm trying to read it slow, but it's hard to. Like, And now I'm trying to get Bree to read it. Alright. I do have a purple Kindle. My Kindle's huge. I like my really big Kindle. I love my purple Kindle, but anyway. I might buy the entire series now on Kindle. See, they're on Kindle Unlimited, Bree. The first one is, I think. I know. Because I got it. But I'm going to go buy it in hardback because I'm obsessed. Like, obsessed. Alright, so like I said, for those who missed it tonight, I am going to try to work on one of my plots since I already finished the book. So the fourth book in the First to Fight series, I'm going to be working on the plot for that. Working on my planner and reading Fourth Wing. I'm only on chapter 14 of Onyx. You're on Onyx, shoot. Is it Onyx Storm? Is that what it's called? Onyx Storm. I was right. Alright, so we're going to do our first sprint right now. I'm going to probably work on my planner first, and then go to plotting, then reading, if we have time to read. Alright, I will be okay. Don't have the twist. Bree, this is slow burn. Like, tension, like, yummy tension, slow burn. Oh, no, this is like the best kind of slow burn. The tension is real. Okay, like, I gotta stop thinking about Fourth Wing and get some work done. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock. I'm just going to leave this screen up most of the night since I am not writing. So, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy writing, reading, plotting, editing, or anything productive. 30 minutes on the clock, starting right now. Let's do this. that is time for our break. Let me turn down the music. The Shadow Legion, usually when it comes to reading other people's work, I have channel points, and that's one of the channel point things. But if you want me just to read over it without reading it out loud, if you want to message it to me, I can do it after my stream. Fourth Wing, ugh. This book is gonna be the death of me, but in a good way. You're going to listen to it on Audible. There's two different ones on Audible, Brie. There is the regular one, and then there is the oh, I forgot how they say it. It's like the graphic audio, that one. There's two different ones. And I think the graphic one is in part 1 and part 2, if I remember correctly. Because I have the audio, but it's only the regular one. Is it that good? I'm gonna have to get the other one then. Maybe later. Brie, you're so funny. When we corrupted somebody else. Though Brie isn't that hard to corrupt. I do it all the time. Oh, I should probably set the timer for the break, huh? Alright, we got a 5-minute break. If you need to stretch, get a drink, get a snack, now is the perfect time to do so. I got my planner set up that round and took my plotting notes out, but I didn't do any of the plotting yet. So this next sprint, I will probably work on the plotting or read my book. I don't know which one. You got lost on Etsy. That is a dangerous place to be. I spend way too much money on Etsy. Dude, Fourth Wing is like the #1 book right now. Between that whole series is like #1 right now. Hey, Wim, did you see the cake they got Rebecca the other day? With the dragons? It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, you have got to go see it. I'm trying to think where it was. It was either on Instagram or YouTube. One of the two. It's a reel. It's so pretty. I was listening to First to Fight and was trying to do my journal entry for another book. I need to do. That's the other thing I could be doing tonight. I could be working on my reading journal. I didn't even think about that. It's weird not to be writing tonight. Yeah, look. I could be working on my reading journal too. I forgot. I might have to do that too. I'm obsessed with my reading journal. Yes, that's the one you want. Where you're gonna have to let me know how it is because I didn't get that one. Maybe I should have. Brie. I'm not reading that out loud, Brie. Yes. The dragons on the cake. Like both. Ugh. Brie. Will you be good? You're hilarious. Oh, this is bad. Oh, goodness. Bree, you have a boyfriend. Where is he at? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, he's got kids, so don't want to do that. Whim is dangerous. I'm telling you right now. Your freaking TBR Bree will get huge if you hang out with Whim and yeah. Girl. And she don't apologize for that either, and I don't blame her. Whim streams on here, Bree, at night. I don't know which nights. I just know whenever she's on here, I click the button. All right, we got about 32 seconds left on a break. All right, I'm going to let you guys vote for what I should do next. Should I work on my plotting for book 4, which I'm calling Project Survive, or should I read Fourth Wing? What should I do? Bree says I should plot. Okay. What should I do? Plotting. Renee says plotting. Okay. Whim, what should I do? Should I be a good author and plot my next book? Or should I be the reader and go? Plotting means I'm planning out the next book. I'm figuring out the characters and the scenes and all that kind of good stuff. Oh my gosh, Bree, Ice Planet Barbarians is woo out there. Use the reading as a reward. Okay, fine. I'll use the book as reward. Xaden has to stay in the book for a little while. I'm obsessed. Just a little bit. You have credit on Audible, so I didn't have to. Oh, nice. Go, Bree. Bree. No, wait. I'm gonna enable you, Bree. Go listen to just the first chapter. Trust me, Bree. Just go listen to just the first chapter. You won't be able to listen to just the first chapter. It won't work that way. Oh my god, this was one of my mini rewards for manifesting is getting a new book. Go, Bree. That's amazing. Whim, I like that idea. Okay, plotting. All right, we go back to sprints. Bree, don't tell me I need to explain that to you. Because I'm not explaining that on here. Just saying. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Okay, good. Yeah, Google it if you need to. It's a good one. 30 minutes on the clock. I'm going to be a good girl. Whim your hat. Good girl. I'm going to be a good girl and I'm going to plot. And then I'm going to read. Okay, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy writing, reading, plotting, editing, or anything productive. 30 minutes on the clock, starting now. Whim, I need that hat. I'm going to have to get me one. Bree, Whim has a hat that says it. All right. It is time for our break. And yes, I got some plotting done. But the book was calling to me. I swear. All right, let's clear up what I said earlier. Let me hit the button first. Okay. When you asked me about Chance, said you really liked him, and I said I do too. And we mentioned something about hurting a character, and I said I could probably never kill off a kid in one of my books. And I was like, oh wait a minute. I kind of did in a book that comes out later this year. That's what I meant by that. But it's not Chance. So you can adore Chance all you want, I promise. I would never hurt him. Never. Is that better? And then what else I said was that I gave Bree the little warning about Rebecca. And I said, I actually know about a character that I already care about, and I know that he gets. So, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't care about certain characters. Bree. I have to put it in my trigger warnings for Beacon. But Beacon is a true romantic suspense. And a slow burn romantic suspense. Oh, yeah. As long as they put it back together, you're good. Yaris does that. I'm telling you. I already knew she was like that. I've been warned. And then I accidentally saw a video today and found out something. So I'm glad I'm not on book 3. I'm just saying. Sorry, Wim. I hope I tear people apart by writing too. I know, right? I kind of like making people cry with my writing. I know that's bad, but at the same time, as an author, I'm like, yes. That means I can make you feel with my words. Staying away from anyone who mentions Onyx. I accidentally came upon the video. I didn't mean to. And then when I went to click away, Rebecca said it. And I'm like, no. But it's okay, because she explained why she did it. Yaros is a true romance author. The fantasy part are really rip. She really is. And the thing is, the way she said it today was like so nonchalant and so cute, but I'm like, you're gonna break everybody's heart. Anyway, I'm not to that part yet, so I'm good for now. With how fast I'm reading this, though, by next week I'll probably be there. So we shall see. But she really is a true romance author. She, from what I heard her say on video, she is going to be writing one of her contemporaries first. And she's going to be spending time with her family first. And then she'll be writing the next book in this series. Wim, that's right. I was supposed to take pictures for you. I'll do that. And I'll mark that on my list of to-dos. I totally forgot. It's been a busy week. And since you guys weren't on here earlier, I know Wim was. Hang on. Take pics of my library. Brie, I explained to her about how they always say 1,000 books is pretty much a library, and how I have way more than that. So now she wants pictures. Good. It never sit well with me how she got bullied by her fans to super write the 3rd book. I know, right? But it was. I think she got rushed to write the 2nd one, wasn't it? Or I don't think it was the 3rd. It might have been the 3rd. I think we should be, as authors, I think we should just write and try our best not to get forced into writing too fast. Because then you can tell how rushed it is. Yeah, it was Iron Flame. That's what I thought. It was the 2nd one. Because I know she did get rushed. Now, what did I say I was going to do? I forgot. It's one of those kind of nights where I keep forgetting what I was supposed to be doing. What was I going to do? Exactly. They criticized her about it after, like, nothing. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I'm going to do that later, though. Take a picture of my library, all my books. There was something else I said I was going to do. I don't remember what it was. She has a lot of fans. But they did really rush her. The coffee was really good. A little too good. When I wrote it down on my to-do list to take pictures of my library for you. I also said I was going to show my Notion too. I forgot. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Hey, Esther, you weren't in here earlier, so I got to show you something. So right before I started stream tonight, I got a special email. This is something I've been working on for over a year. So it was like really exciting, and I cried. I'll just tell myself I cried. My kids thought something bad happened. I had to explain to them. But see these pretty copies of First to Fight? These very pretty copies. I love this book so much. These 3 copies of First to Fight will be going to my local Barnes & Noble next week on Tuesday or Wednesday, and will be added to the shelf, which is really cool. I'm so excited. So very, very excited. But yeah, I've been working on this for about a year. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully get them in other Barnes & Noble as well on the shelves. But as of right now, most Barnes & Noble, you can order books 1 through 3. See? Aren't they pretty? I love these books. I love this book so much. This whole series is like my favorite. This is the First to Fight. This is the first copy of it. It's the Barnes & Noble edition. They're skinnier than the Amazon edition, which is crazy. I think it's because of the paper and the quality. But yeah, they're going to be on the shelf. I'm so excited. I think they're prettier, but that's me. I can't wait to see second to 4 and third to come home be there too. But that's coming up too. I know. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. We're going to jump into another sprint. It's only 9:30. Wow. I thought it was like 10. All right. Oh, I will. Because he already said I can sign all 3 of them. And then if these 3 sign, or these what are words? If these 3 sell off the shelf quickly, he'll order more, and then after a while he'll keep them in the store, which is really cool. Words are hard. But anyway, Bree, have you, or not Bree, but Esther, have you seen the other 2 in paperback? Second to Fight and Third to Come Home? All right, Wim. You know I'll be over there in a little while. I'm probably going to do one more sprint, and then I will head over to your stream. Anyway, just in case you haven't seen The Mister, this is my second one in paperback. It's a chonker. It's so pretty too. And then this is the third. It's the third one in paperback. All right, we're going to jump into our final sprint of the night so I can go read my book. They are all pretty and glossy. Yeah, Barnes & Noble, they made me so happy. They're like, this looks professional. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Question, did you plan all these books ahead of time or one at a time? These have been planned for a very long time. All of them are, I always tell everybody this and they like give me the weirdest look. These are plotted. I have books 1 through there's 27 books in the First to Fight series with counting their spin-offs total. And they're all plotted, but not fully plotted. Like every little detail is not plotted. But I have the first 4, including this one, plotted enough where I know exactly what's going to happen. Like this is the plot of the first 3 books. Look at that. A lot of stuff, a lot of work. But yeah. Renee, did that answer your question? You have like the major plot points laid out for the guidelines, basically. Yeah. For the first 27 of them, yes. And then what I do is I take that and I go back when I actually go to plot the full book. Like I'm getting ready to plot the 4th one right now. Well, I am starting to plot it. I will go through and fine tune everything. Not everybody does it that way though. I'm just weird. I like to plot. I am a major plotter. Like I have said so many times. All right, we're going to jump into our last sprint of the night. 30 minutes on the clock. Have you writing, reading, editing, plotting, or anything productive? 30 minutes on the clock starting now. How long does it take you to fully plot one book? Let's see. For a size book of like Say You Will, which is 62,000 words, not added the extras for the paperback, that took me 2 weeks to fully plot. For a book that's over 100,000 words, it takes me about 3 weeks, possibly a month, but most of the time it's only 3 weeks to finish the plot. To the way I like it, because I overplot. Like, I even know what the logos to every building in my stories look like. Down to creating maps of each building. So yeah, I overplot. Like, here, I'll show you, Renee. Let me see if I can find it. Where is... Military notes. Where is... Hey, just a minute and I'll find what I'm talking about. There you go, Esther. That's book 2 and 3. Look how chunky. It's a chunk. I love these books. Right now I'm trying to find my drawing of... Thank you. I love my covers. They were designed by Parajunkie Designs. It is a chunker. It's 148,000 words, I think, if I remember correctly. Hey, Renee, this is what I'm talking about. I have fully sketched out, is that the bar? No, that is the apartment. The boys' apartment above the bar. This is how big of plots I do. Everything is plotted out. There's the bar. Bar. It's plotted out down to the T. And like, this is my story Bible, Esther. I know you didn't hear me, other than Notion. Notion has become my story Bible lately. But this is my story Bible right now for books 1 through 3. It has everything. Yeah, Nia would go crazy over this. That's just books 1 through 3. I can't fit no more. I had to get extender discs big ones to catch all those. And now a lot of this is in Notion now. And I was telling them that I have logos for all the buildings now. That was Nia's and Tiffany's idea that I kind of got from them. But those are only going to be shared on my newsletter. Yeah, these have everything in them. My full outline, scene. You asked me about plotting, Renee. Let's see, I'll show you something. We'll go to the third book. I don't just plot and outline, Renee. I do this. I scene outline too, and chapter outline. That's how much my outlines are crazy. So yeah, told you I outline and plot like crazy. This is my baby. I'd go crazy if I lost this. This has everything in it. I'm gonna have to buy some more extender discs though, because this one doesn't have big discs. They just have the tiny ones. Do you ever get stuck and write away from it? Okay. Book 2, I know I'm talking during the sprint, but that's okay. Book 2, the chunk one, I wrote it during Nano. But anyway, I wrote this one during that thing. And I had it all plotted out, everything ready. I thought I knew the love interest very well, her. Thought I knew Lennox very well. And yeah, she switched my story up in the middle of that thing during November that I'm not talking about because yeah. She decided that she wasn't a non-act she decided that she was active duty instead of non-active duty. So I had to go back in during that thing during November and replot the whole story. So yes, sometimes I do get stuck. And I have to go back through. Yes, exactly. She was like, no, I'm a badass chick. She is a badass. But it takes a lot out of her what happens to her, so. Yes, it turned out exactly the way I wanted it in the end. And it led up right to book 3 too, which is amazing. Because she had a big part in it. And I adore him. I love Kyle. He's my dark boy. Another way, it did. Renee, could you tell me your story Bible sections? Everybody has different story Bible sections, honestly. And each book of mine have different sections. But mostly they are, let me see. And it also depends on what kind of book you're writing. Because I write military, romantic, suspense. So, like, I have my military sections. Like on military funerals and the Order of Marines and their uniforms and the words they say, their lingo, even though I know most of that because of my family and my brother. So, let's see. My sections mostly are trackers because I have all my word trackers and everything in there. Let's see. Trackers, my self-publishing checklists are with the trackers, and then I go straight into my writing plan. Any of my maps, and then I have my characters, and then I go into my locations, and then anything I need to know about the history of the buildings or the history of where they're at, so world building. Then I have a synopsis for my story, and then I have my skeleton key outline, and then my full detailed outline, so that's always in one section is outlines. And then I have my series notes. Let's see here. And that was when I did book 1, so hang on. Oh, and then I have an editing check area. And what else? I usually put in here. Characters, plotting, trackers, wall. And then I just have a bunch of checklists. Hi, Lions Pride. How are you? We're supposed to be doing a sprint, but I've been answering questions. Yeah. Yeah, Esther, it's seriously just standard stuff. And like I told her, it's like I told Renee, it's pretty much up to you what you want to put in yours. Honestly. But yeah. I think Nia would love this, Esther. I just haven't shown it yet. Oh, I also, because I use Scrivener, I actually print off those little index cards too. And they stay in here too. See? Those are my Scrivener index cards for book 3. I know. I'm gonna have to show her. Though I can't use Google Docs like she does. It's awesome how she does. Okay, Lions Pride. Enjoy WoW. I haven't played that game in forever. I'm gonna head to bed. I still don't feel. Aw, Esther, I hope you feel better soon. And get a good night's sleep. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Bree, she plots all her stuff in Google Docs. Like her whole story Bible is huge in Google Docs. It's amazing. You too, Esther. Have a good evening and a weekend and get some rest. Nia, Bree. Nia's who I'm talking about. Vixen of Fiction. Yeah, that's her name on there. All right, we have about 19 more minutes of our sprint. Has anybody else got any more questions before we're totaling? Ow. Shut down. Boom. You're fine, Bree. Renee, do you got any more questions? If you do, I'll answer them. I don't mind. I was supposed to show my Notion tonight, but I'll have to do that later. I should probably write that one down since I was supposed to do that too with taking pictures. It's hard to show my Notion though because my upcoming titles are all on there and no one knows the titles yet, so it's really hard to show my Notion. Yeah, Renee, when I say I plot, I plot. Hello, Cynical Facade. How are you doing? You can block them out like with a highlight maybe. I think I'm gonna probably take pictures of my Notion and then on my iPad mark them out. That way they can see my Notion. Because there was another author friend that Wim talks to on there that she does reading with and stuff. And she wanted to see my Notion to that level where I know a lot of it before I start writing the story. You really gotta do your research, honestly. I'm doing decent. Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you. It's a pleasure meeting you too. We're supposed to be doing a sprint, just so you know, but I kind of took questions instead. I'm finally getting to the point with my story, and I've been working on mine for like 10 years. It takes a while. Honestly, First to Fight took me 6 years. I had it written and it was just sitting there. And I just finally took the chance and broke down and plotted it correctly and went through and refixed it. What's a sprint? A sprint is like a Pomodoro. You do something straight for 25 to 30 minutes or however long you want to do it, and then you take a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break in between. I usually do 25 to 30 minute sprints and then 5 to 10-minute breaks. Renee, you'll get to the point. Don't worry. It takes time. And then, honestly, you don't have to plot like me. Like I said, I plot a lot. As you can see, that big book. That's only 3 books worth. Plotting it correctly and taking the time to understand all the characters now. But I finally have my female character figured out, so that will be more helpful. Yes. So you're both writers. I am an author, yes. I have 3 published books. Actually, I have 3 published books, like I said. There's the first one, First to Fight, Second to Fall, and Third to Come Home. Oh, I keep saying 3, Brie. I have 4 published books. I just published one this week. It's called Say You Will. So yeah, I have 4 published books. It is hard to remember that. Say You Will is only on ebook right now, though. It'll be on paperback probably by later next month. Because I have to create the wraparound. And I haven't done that part yet. It is formatted though. Do you put it all in both Notion and your binder thingy? Here, since that was already done before I had Notion, most of that, yes, I have been putting it in both. I think because I'm always worried that what happens if Notion disappears, then I'm like, what in the world do I do? So I have it in both. Because Notion can go anywhere with me, but so can that book. I know, Renee, you were at my first release party. I don't think Notion honestly will ever disappear. It just, I like to save all my stuff in several different places, so it's just my precaution. I will have to check them out. I'm a big, big reader, and I'm going to get a cheap laptop for now. Oh, nice! That's awesome! Yeah, these are military romance, romantic suspense books. And then the one I just published is a Why Choose Military Romance. But it is connected to these books. I have so much in Notion. Oh my gosh. My whole writing life and my actual life is in Notion. My Scrivener projects are saved in 3 to 4 different places. Here lately I've stopped saving them on Google Docs because of all their new changes. But I have them on my cloud, on my computer, on my laptop, and I have them on a disk drive. Yeah, they're all on ebook, and then the first 3 are on paperback. And then the 4th one is only on ebook right now. Yeah. Yeah, see, Brie and Renee are both authors too. A lot of people that get on here with me, because I do writing sprints. They're a lot of them are writers. I just do an iCloud and external hard drive. See, that's good. That way you have it in 2 different places and it's safer. Heads up, guys, there is going to be an ad break in about 5 minutes. And thanks ahead. Thanks in advance for watching it for me. I only use Notion for stuff now in Scrivener. See, I love my Notion, honestly. Maybe I already have it. I lost track of my ebooks. I own 40 plus physical books and thousands of digital. Oh my goodness. See, I thought I had a lot of books, but I have over 1,000 physical books. I've never counted how many ebooks I have. That's probably scary. But I do. I love my Notion. I love my Notion so much that I'm in a little special VIP Notion group with Tiff, who's teaching us how to do certain things with our Notion. She has a subscription on her Ko-fi for that. But yeah. You know what? I'm going to snooze this break. Alright, it's snoozed. No break for right now. So using Dabble Writer, try a new software. See, I love Scrivener so much that I don't tend to try other software. Can you put one of the title of the books into here? I can do better than that. Hang on just a minute. My books. There's the link. Then you can see all my books. Brie, I have Scrivener on my iMac and my laptop right now. And then I just send it to I just save it and switch it over. Maybe I shouldn't have done another sprint. I should have probably just made it where we could chat. I try, it messes up every time. Aw, I'm sorry. Yes, I love my Scrivener so much. Yep. You're funny, Brie. Brie, obsessed with the book yet? Brie, you already broke your second Apple Pencil. How did you break this one? How are you breaking these? I don't understand. Are you breaking the tips off or something? You know the tips can come off, like, and you can get another tip board. Is that what you're breaking? Or are you breaking the thing inside the tip? What? Okay, what? This little thing breaks? Or the actual tip? Oh. How are you doing that? Are you buying the little guards to go on them or anything? They're all on Kindle Unlimited, just so you know. You need to buy the little guards for them, Brie, if you're going to break them all the time. Look. It's a rubber guard, and it protects that. It's actually pretty cool. They have tons of them on Amazon. Yeah, make sure you get the little cards for them. I love romance books. That's pretty much what I read, mostly. As long as it's got romance in it, I'm good. At least a little bit of romance. Of course you threw it across the room. Brie. Oh, Brie. Brie, I adore you. You know that. Brie, those pencils are not cheap. You lost your AirPods? I'm not gonna say a word. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna be nice and I'm not gonna judge. You can't have nice things. A book that I read 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember the title or the author. Uh-oh. What was the book about? Maybe I've read it. We got about 5 more minutes left in the last sprint of the night. And then I'm going to go read my book. But now I have to wait because, yeah. I was about to say, aren't you getting a new car here soon, Brie? Oh, I know you're clumsy. That's why this never leaves my desk. It's always on my desk or attached to my iPad. That's like the first thing I bought as soon as I got mine. It's an adult romance novel where the perspectives change with the chapters between two characters. One is a man who lives in Texas with the two little daughters. His single dad, his first wife, the mother of two daughters, didn't want to stay in a small town, so she left to be a model. Okay. I don't think I've read that one. I don't remember reading. I don't think I remember reading one like that. When the wife becomes a model, she had an assistant that she was trashed to, and the assistant ended up leaving. Breaking point was when the wife slept with the assistant's boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I've read that one. That's what I was about to say, Brie. Yikes. Hold on just a minute. I'm hoping no sound comes out. There we go. Cool. I changed my iPad. Sorry, guys. All right, we got about a little over a minute left of this sprint. If anybody has any last questions, right now is the perfect time to put that in there. Not that I know of, Brie. Whoop, better turn that down. Oh, wow. I haven't heard anything about E.L. James coming out with any more books, but you never know. You really don't. She could write more. All right. We are going to, if y'all don't mind, surprise Whim in her stream tonight and raid into Whim. Do you guys mind if we do that? Hers is a reading stream. Knowing who she is, ended up taking care of her and letting her stay with him and the 2 daughters. Falling in love with him. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely raid into Whims. Alright. That is the end of our stream and the sprint. Thank you everybody who came in and hung out with us tonight. I hope you got something done. If not, I hope you had fun. Renee, I hope I answered all your questions. I will be back on Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon, and then Friday again next week at 8. I knew I would, Brie. You guys have a good night as well. Have a good night. Like I said, we are going to raid into Whim's stream. I hope she don't mind. I know, Renee. You can ask me questions. I don't mind. Let's go find out what she does. Okay. Oh, Brie, I love you too. Okay. Let's get this done. Let's go raid if I can remember how to do this. I am terrible at remembering how to do things on your stuff. Alright. Let's see. Twitch dashboard. I'm gonna bring you over here. Hopefully my computer don't go crazy. It doesn't like when I bring all this stuff up. Okay. We are going to raid. Yeah. Fan is going crazy on me. I want Whim. There she is. Okay, we're going to raid into Whim. Let me get my raid call here. There is my raid call. So when you go into Whims, oh, and it didn't work. That was because of me. There we go. So pretty much all you do is Justice Raid. Really simple and easy. Alright, so we are going to go. Here we go. Start the raid. Thank you again for coming and hanging out with me tonight. It was so much fun. Good night, everybody.